I think that there was a great piece of work done from Andrew Moorhouse. Shout out to Andrew Moorhouse. He was at, I think it might have been at Deloitte at the time. They did an analysis of Nationwide Bank, and they looked at IVR, live chat, and I think chatbot it may have been, and found that, I can't remember the exact numbers, so it's not going to be accurate, but it's something like the IVR had something like 90 kind of options. If you were to go through every single option, there's about 90 options there. The agents, when you get through to a live agent, they had something like 290 something disposition codes. So the difference between what the agents were trying to classify stuff as and what the IVR was kind of routing people through to, there was like a bit of a disconnect there. But then they found that the chatbot had something like 180 intents. So there's a disconnect between what the chatbot can handle and what the IVR system can handle versus what the agents are actually logging. But then when they actually did the analysis of all the conversations that the bank was having, they found that the bank had about 320 different intents. So I think many organizations are in this situation where the IVR is handling some but not all, because that's the limitations of that technology. The agents are kind of able to log some stuff, but again, not all, because they've only got a certain amount of time at the end of a phone call. The AI initiatives that organizations have been through in the past have only really focused on the top volume, high volume intents, and then the long tail kind of gets forgotten about or put to the bottom of the pile. So there does seem to be a bit of a disconnect between a business's ability to actually handle all customer needs across all channels. What kind of role do you think generative AI in the IVR will play in helping businesses basically cover the width and breadth of everything that customers need from them?
Right, yeah. So, what you described is the hybrid approach I was talking about, where you run the traditional IVR systems and generative AI-based IVR systems side by side. But running a generative AI-based IVR system purely without any traditional IVR system, it has its own advantages. For example, with traditional IVR system, if you have 100 agents available, you can handle 100 calls only, right? You have to take the calls within certain time, let's call it office hours. With generative IVR systems, you don't have those limitations, restrictions. You can take calls anytime, right? They don't get tired. They don't go on their lunch break or dinner break to save. And you get your issue, your complaint resolved within a couple of seconds time, I would say, because you don't have to go through the multi-level IVR menu. You just describe your problem. The generative AI system running in the background would take that input, go through the databases or CRM systems, and then give you an answer. So everyone is happy when you are using generative AI-based IVR systems.